You're 5 miles from the runway. Your radios are unreliable. A passenger dials the airport on a cell phone to ask, "Which runway? What are the winds?" Minutes later, another call, engine trouble, request a straight-in landing, and then nothing. In the next few minutes, you'll hear the documented timeline and the one cockpit detail investigators found that raised hard questions. Plus, the single safest choice many families want you to remember: 4 lives were lost. We'll be respectful and stick to NTSB preliminary facts. That means not a cause, just what's documented so far. Flight timeline.
Airplane, Cirrus SR22 Turbo, modern, fast, 4 seats, built in 2012. Tail number N5656 Mike. July 7, 2025, approximately 11:03 a.m. Departed Merritt Island, Florida, KCOI, for Raleigh Executive, KTTA, near Sanford, North Carolina. The NTSB tracking signal, think, location beacon, dropped off southeast of Palm Coast over the Atlantic. Shortly after, the pilot radioed electrical problems, said it wasn't an emergency, and continued VFR, visual flight, looking outside, not relying on instruments.
Orlando approach, do you have me, or Jacksonville Center, do you have a copy? 561. Our radio's going in and out, not sure what's going on, but we seem to be having some type of an electrical problem, so if you lose us, you might want that noted in your system. VFR currently to Tango Tango Alpha, if you can hear me.
Near destination, the airport FBO, pilot service desk, got a phone call from a passenger. No navigation or communication equipment. A short time later, second call, engine problems, request for a straight-in emergency landing, then silence.
Location and weather.
The airplane was found in an open field about 5 nautical miles, roughly 5 to 6 miles, from KTTA. Daytime with good visibility, winds around 250 degrees at 8 knots, gusting 14. Broken clouds near 1,400 feet. Visual conditions, but not zero workload.
The parachute question.
Cirrus airplanes have a whole airframe parachute called CAPS. In this accident, CAPS was not deployed. Investigators documented the CAPS handle, the red T handle used to fire the rocket, with the ground securing pin still installed. The preliminary doesn't say when or how the pin was there. It only records what was found. Normally the pin is removed before flight. That's the fact pattern. No speculation.
Fuel and configuration.
On scene, left tank. No fuel and not breached. Right tank. Breached with about 3 gallons of liquid consistent with 100 low-lead aviation fuel. The fuel selector, the switch which chooses left or right tank, was examined and found set to right. The flap actuator was fully extended, which corresponds to flaps retracted. Quick translation, flaps help you land slower. Retracted means flaps up. These are observations, not conclusions.
Engine and electronics.
The engine separated but stayed attached at the firewall. The left magneto, a self-powered spark generator, produced spark when rotated. The right magneto wouldn't rotate, and its housing was cracked and pushed inward. The SR22T carries 2 alternators, gear-driven and belt-driven, and 2 batteries. Both alternators were retained for exam. Investigators also recovered a recoverable data module for lab analysis.
Who was on board?
The preliminary report does not list pilot certificates, instrument ratings, or total hours, and reputable reporting hasn't confirmed those details. Public records show the aircraft was built in 2012 and registered to Travis W. Buchanan. We'll avoid guessing about training history or experience. Authorities identified the occupants as Travis Buchanan, 35, Candace Buchanan, 35, Aubrey, 10, and Walker, 9. They were returning home to Sanford. Our condolences to the family and community.
The big question: why not land sooner?
Isn't the best practice to land as soon as practical when you see electrical trouble? Generally, yes. That often means diverting to the nearest suitable airport, declaring an emergency for priority handling, and shedding electrical load early to preserve power for arrival. Why do pilots sometimes continue? Not about this pilot specifically, just common traps. The problem feels minor. Plan continuation bias, sticking with the plan, especially close to home. close enough thinking in good weather, ambiguous symptoms that look like one broken box instead of a wider power issue, and geography, airspace concerns. Training takeaway: treat intermittent electrics as a systems problem, divert early, and conserve power sooner than your gut says.
Quick systems refresher.
SR series design: 2 alternators plus 2 batteries feeding multiple circuits or buses. Many models include an essential bus, a protected lifeline for must-have gear. If the main system gets shaky, pilots load shed, turn off non-essentials to keep one radio, minimal instruments, and engine monitoring alive. Fuel gauges are electrical. If the panel is unreliable, build your fuel picture from time on tank and burn rate, and be ready to switch tanks proactively.
Airport geometry.
Raleigh Executive, KTTA, has one runway 0321, about 6,501 feet long by 100 feet wide. With winds near 250 degrees, runway 21 is closer to aligned, but in an abnormal situation, the best choice also weighs setup time, traffic, and ceilings. The preliminary confirms only that a passenger asked which runway was active and the winds.
7. Practical takeaways.
1. Intermittent radios. Treat as electrical until proven otherwise. 2. Load shed early to protect power for approach and landing. 3. Know your fuel without gauges, time, burn, and smart tank switching. 4. Aviate, navigate, communicate, especially near the ground. 5. Have a dark panel plan. What stays on, what gets switched off, and how you'll track voltage. 6. CAPS discipline. Before flight, take the pin out. In flight, consider it early if you're in the envelope and losing the thread. 7. Brief your right seat. Who to call and what to say if radios fail. Their phone may be your lifeline. Before we end, we want to acknowledge the family at the heart of this accident. 4 people didn't make it home. That's the heartbreak behind every fact we've shared. As pilots, the way we honor them is by learning. When the picture gets messy, simplify, slow down, and choose the option that protects the people on board, even if that means diverting or pulling the handle. Airplanes can be repaired or replaced. Families can't. Carry that mindset into every flight. Power managed, fuel understood, and a clear if X and Y, then divert or CAPS decision gate.
If this breakdown helped you understand the timeline and safety takeaways, please like the video and subscribe. It helps more people find facts-first aviation content. Fly thoughtfully, and let's take care of each other.